Righty, I think we are live. Hello, hello.
How
How
lively.
is everyone?
We're doing all right. How you guys tonight? That was a
Could be
fun
worse.
debate, wasn't it?
That was insufferable.
Oh dear. Oh no, Beamsy's gonna go off.
Beamsy has commentary. Let's hear it.
Uh, I was not surprised.
Oh, I'm on the wrong account. I'll be right back.
Righty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to the folks out there in the chat, this is an open mic. So, if you want to come on, say anything about the debate itself or about the topic of the flat versus the globe Earth, feel free to join us. I'll just be
Just so you,
playing some. Oh, well, I'll just be playing some Kerbal Space Program here in the background.
and just so you're aware, he means open microphone because we don't have any mics around here.
But what would those mics be opening?
No, we'll be opening the mics themselves.
Yeah, fair. I mean, do people host streams to open microphones? I mean, I guess they could.
No, as in open Michaels.
Like
They're
on
all
the
top
section
streams.
table?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, I see an Al in the StreamYard thing. Just a heads up, Al. Because of last stream, I am asking people to show their faces real quick, just so we don't have a. Yep, there we go. That works.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Thank
do
you.
any of that nonsense. I was there when that happened, and I was like, "What the freak is going on here?"
Much
I can't remember.
appreciated.
I can't remember if you allow swearing on your channel, so like, I quickly tried to rein in my truckerness.
I don't mind it too much.
All right, I'm yeah. I don't speak without wrong language.
Someone brought out their ding dong diddle on live stream.
Yeah, if people were there, they know.
Oh yeah, it was just like, what the hell? And they're pretending to be someone else who I know is a pretty reasonable person, and definitely wouldn't be doing that kind of shit.
But people got a people.
Oh fuck!
And it was one of those debates where things tend to get a bit heated. So I get why it happened. I just wish it hadn't, and they had not done that.
But that was a religious one, right? The one.
Yeah, I think it
one
was
came from?
atheism versus Islam.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of chatters in the what do you call it, the side chat, that were like, they weren't even talking about the debate. They were just kept on posting religious stuff on the one
In
tonight.
the modern day debate one, or in
the modern day. Yeah, the
Aftershow?
modern day. No, the modern day. No, I don't mean from your last one. The modern day debate one that I watched tonight, which I think you guys were watching at least part of. Yeah, that was.
Whoa.
I just didn't even understand where they were coming from. They're like, they weren't even on topic. But anyway, what are you gonna do?
All right. And hello, Jackson. Once again, like I said for Al, I ask you show your face real quick. Just give a quick wave. Yep. Okay.
Oh,
Howdy.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Don't mind me. I'm just launching rockets and things are going wrong. It's a normal day in Kerbal.
There's not a monkey in there, is there?
Nah, just a little alien dude who signed up for death.
Don't kill him.
He's even happy about it.
I don't even know what he looks like, but I love him, and I don't want him to get hurt.
He's just. Oh, I guess this is from his point of view and not.
Oh.
I can pull him out when he gets on the ground.
You can pull him out now, but he won't survive it.
You actually can't when you first start out. You need a facility upgrade to get him to get out.
Oh.
While in the air.
Is that him, the little guy? Yeah, I love him already.
Yep.
Oh, let's protect him and make sure he's safe in his little rocket ship. Because I don't want anything bad to happen to him.
This is Jeb. He dies a lot, but he comes back to life. He's immortal.
That's pretty cool.
That's a cool trick.
So,
Hi,
Jackson,
Errol.
Bree, any thoughts on the
about
topic or the debate itself?
about the flat Earth? Yeah, they flipped me. I'm a flat earther now.
Oh dear. Oh, and
Yeah.
we have lost a trucker.
He'll be
Hope
back.
everything's well, Al. See you around.
Uh,
Oh, and he's back.
Yeah, I'm not good at pushing buttons.
Hey, fair enough.
I'm like, well, I'm good at pushing the wrong one.
Also fair enough.
So I didn't see the debate, but did they bring up the same points they always do?
I mean,
I
yeah,
didn't even
actually-
understand the points, if they were points.
there was actually a big argument about antipodes that went on for most of the debate. That was ridiculous. Grayson trying to lay out like a hypothetical to help him understand the volume of the Earth by talking about going straight down through its antipodal points. And that became the topic of the conversation because they can't separate the map from the place. They have to. There has to literally be a place in the middle of the Earth now where you have to explain if it rains there, which direction the rain goes. It's not.
Oh yeah, that guy, that Flatterday guy, is not super swift.
Yeah.
Not that I am
didn't
much
get
more,
that impression.
but like when he's asking you, like, at what point are you upside down? It's like, I guess when you're in the solid core of the Earth, you would start to become
You'd be liquid.
like, yeah, no, you'd be very warm, but like,
Well, the pressure and
I mean,
heat.
if we're gonna assume that you could drill a hole that's like, and ride like a magic bullet subway train through the Earth to your antipodal point, which is what Grayson was trying to explain, is that
Yeah.
if you hypothetically had a scenario in which you could make this happen, and then so it's kind of a neat thing to think about in terms of like your position relative to Earth, is that there would be an absolute center point or a zone at which you'd be when you're from your beginning point with if your feet went forward, say in this, like you're in like a capsule, say, where you don't die because you're in this special magic capsule, there'd be a point at which you should rotate and have your feet point towards where you came from in order to then be right side up. And if that's what he was getting at, that would have made sense. But he was also talking about like an airplane, like at which point in the airplane should you flip upside down? It's like relative to where you started, once you get to that point in that also hypothetical airplane.
But they don't understand the aspect of how an
They can't
airplane
get that.
works.
No, they don't understand anything about how flight works and about how an altimeter works and how nobody's dipping the nose of the plane to follow the curve of the Earth. If you lock yourself in with your altimeter and you keep your attitude and altitude at a steady state because that's what your flight path requires, you will automatically be there, and that the
force of gravity will balance you as if there's
yeah.
They don't believe in gravity, though.
That's right. Well, gravity is one of the key forces involved in the dynamics of flight, and I don't know. It's basic private pilot ground school.
Oh, hey,
which
look.
I've done.
Sorry, real quick.
Really
I found
simple.
a spinning
Go ahead.
ball.
Oh, you did.
I found a spinning ball.
Is
There's
water
no such thing.
sticking to it?
Just kidding.
Is water sticking to that ball?
What? I'm allowed to make jokes, Beamsy.
That's not what I was cringing at.
You're cringing at me?
The water sticking to the ball, and then I remembered the first video I ever was introduced to with Witless.
Oh, Witless.
Oh, dear.
Oh, man.
Oh, and sorry, we have Grayson joining. Though, once again, sir, I am sorry, you do have to give a quick wave just to be certain. Whenever you're ready, please do. But, hi, Ember. Any thoughts on the
Hello.
debate? Or the topic at large?
Oh, of course. It was, the usual fun stuff. It was neat to see a couple of different perspectives presented. Just on the airplane thing, it was recently. I forget who did it. Maybe it was MC Toon. Maybe it was one of the other fellas, Simon Dan or who knows. But they point out that every time somebody brings up nobody dips the nose of the plane, it's a self-defeating argument because nobody banks the plane right or left to go east or west either. They can fly. You can go straight east. You don't have to keep turning in order to go east like you would on a pizza planet.
No, the aspect of what you also have to understand. One of the things you have to actually learn when you're understanding the way flight dynamics works is fluid dynamics. You've got more in common with fluid dynamics than you do with the way that rocketry works.
Hey, rockets are fun too. Also, I was slightly delayed getting here because I had to find the flat Earth model.
Which
Oh
one?
dear, you did? Did you find
Oh,
it?
did you bring
Yes,
one?
I did.
Ooh, looks
Did you
hot.
bring one?
Yeah,
Was it a hot
dear.
fresh pizza?
kind of looks like
Was
the
well, I need to know, is it
green
Chicago
M&M.
style or is it Chicago style or thin crust?
Oh no, it's the green M&M's close cousin.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
there you go. As long as you got something.
yeah.
can't
I'll move
see
her
your- I
more
can't
towards
see
the
your
center of
tiny-
my screen since the edge is cut off a bit.
But I'm watching on a phone because I couldn't make it work on the. For some
That's all right.
reason, I've locked my son out of using stuff on his
Ah.
computer, and
Right.
I apparently locked myself out of using a computer screen.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Grayson, and hello, Ryan.
Hey,
got a
you
full
got that
house in
grilled
here
cheese
right now.
fast.
I did not get my grilled.
Yo, so how what did you
Hold
guys
on,
think?
there we
Was it
go.
entertaining?
Yeah.
I did not get my grilled cheese. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I just wanted to come in and say, hey, everybody, how did you enjoy the debate?
Hey,
Not bad.
It was
It's
fun. I thought
Interesting.
amicable. It was different.
yeah. Little bit of adventure.
Yeah, I was
Nobody
gonna say
died.
Mike is somebody that I found really early on. Like, I think he was like my third debate where James had messaged me, was like, "Hey, can you find some new people for modern day debate?" And I started he was like, "I want to get some like new flat earthers on." So I started messaging a bunch of people in like flat earth groups, and Mike was one of the people that picked up. And he plays music, so we got along on that level. So I like Mike as a person a lot. I mean, I'm not a flat earther, but I think he's a really nice person, honestly.
he was personable. Yeah, definitely.
He seemed
So-
all right.
That's rare because most flat earthers seem to be out of their minds.
Does anybody have any like constructive criticism of where you thought, maybe I could have made a different argument or gone a different way or a better response or something?
I think
'Cause
you
that
did
was my
amazing.
first-
Honestly, like that was your first time, like as far as like me hosting you, like that was your first time really like unpacking, and I thought you did amazing. I've only got a couple minutes, so I mean, like, does anybody think like I screwed up at all before I take off here to go make that grilled cheese? I'm always up for some constructive criticism, and I just want to hang out always. I wasn't gonna come on in here, and then I saw Ember hanging out, and I always like saying hi to Ember. Ember's
Hell yeah.
yeah, I loved hosting you. That was one of my favorite debates. So every time I see you, I'm like, oh, that guy gets my go. I like him.
Yeah,
Grayson,
we got to play more at some point.
Yeah, well, Grayson, one thing you could have done when you were actually giving the evidence for sunset and sunrise, the Burj Khalifa particularly has a tour that allows you to watch the sunset 3 times, and they actually have telescopic.
Seriously?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
The,
that
the
sounds
elevators, the elevators are more than fast enough. You
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
yeah. Go ahead, Beamsy.
They've got
I'm just
special
excited.
elevators. Yeah, there's special elevators that stop at the midway point and the top. So you go from the lobby, which has an observation platform there. Then you go up to the midpoint, which has another observation platform. And then you go into another express elevator, which goes directly from the observation point straight to the roof.
But
Hell
if you
yeah.
were a flurf, you could do it from the lobby with your P1000. You could just bring that sun
No.
in from
Well,
over the
if
horizon.
you're a poor person without a passport like me, you can just use a drone.
I mean, you could.
Yeah,
You
we'll
could,
watch the sun set
but,
and then go way up in the air and make the sun come back up.
Yeah, no,
I
there's this video on YouTube. Have any of you ever seen this channel called Folding Ideas?
Yep,
No.
it's a good
Uh,
channel.
say
he
folding
does a lot of
with
stuff.
an
He
app?
likes to talk about conspiracy theories
I-
sometimes.
Speaking
And
of,
he talked about flat Earth.
he's also talked about Robert Sunjanus, who Jackson Rowe here in the panel is going to be debating next month. He has a whole hour-long video on Sunjanus.
So
Fun.
did we move on from the P900? When did this happen?
Oh yeah,
Oh shoot, the
the
P1000.
Yeah, it's the 1000. It's the
Yeah,
1000.
the 1000 came out in like 2019 maybe.
Yeah, but
It's
the flat
been a
earthers
little
never,
while.
Also,
never switched
by the
over,
way,
did they?
I found
They
the
know
curve
better.
of the Earth.
What's this phallic
What?
object
Or
I'm looking
curve
at?
it.
I
here?
don't know. That kind of looks fake to me.
Hey, where's
It's
where's the
CGI.
This looks like CGI. I don't know. This looked kind of fake, guys. Oh my.
I think the little alien dude's gonna survive though.
Oh wait, actually, sorry. Let me revert to the launch, and you can actually see it happen.
Oh man.
I
Like,
just
could you
realized that makes
imagine
fun.
if it this morning
Also, hello, Tapioca.
during
Dr.
lovely
T.
during lovely interactions
Right.
with my wife, I reversed.
All right,
My
so here we go.
goodness.
It looks flat from about 100 meters. Let's see how it goes.
This is CGI.
I'm already seeing some curvature.
This is CGI.
Wait a second.
That's
This
all it
doesn't
shows.
look like
Yeah.
real life. Oh
Is this from-
my.
Is this from NASA though? You can't trust those guys.
This is from the European.
Oh, you
Space
definitely
Agency,
can't trust
I'm
the
pretty
Kerbals.
sure.
I think that,
Oh yeah,
that
they're getting
all
up to all
Earthers.
kinds of shit.
somebody here said they worked for NASA, so I'm a little sus, right?
Oh yeah.
Can I
I
address
smell your
something in the
sus from
comments
here.
real quick?
Are they not sending you the money?
Oh.
Bree?
Sure, Grayson.
I don't
So
I don't get any funding.
the same guy
Okay.
is in the comments who was asking about 95% of the universe being imaginary, saying that dark matter and dark energy is imaginary. And he's asking, how do they detect imagination? How can they detect dark matter? Okay, they can detect it through its gravitational effects. It being dark matter means it doesn't interact with the electromagnetic force, meaning you don't see it. That's what light is. So it doesn't interact with electromagnetism, much the same way that a neutrino doesn't interact electromagnetically, and yet we can still detect neutrinos through its gravity and weak force effects. So you can still detect things that are not interacting electromagnetically, like dark matter, and we can detect dark matter through its gravitational effects, like gravitational lensing or the collisions of large bodies that like clearly show that the center of mass is not in the visible matter, but in the dark matter.
So
bodies.
what you're saying is the neutrino fields prove the flat Earth, right?
That's what I got.
So yeah, before I
I
take off,
hate everyone.
I gotta go make that grilled cheese. I gotta go make that grilled cheese. My wife fell asleep ages ago, and I couldn't call her in for the favor. I did message her though, because that's kind of like one of those funny things, is that she made me a grilled cheese at one point when I was hosting a debate, and everybody was saying that she burnt it. It's the way I like it though, just a little bit dark, you know. So
Me too.
I see how it is.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say my wife is, she's not pasty like me as well. So yeah, if you're making a funny about that, that's also the case. But Dr. Tapioca Weasel, before I head on out, I hope that you had a good time tonight. I hope you felt like I moderated fairly. If you had any criticism for me before I duck out here, you let me know, and I'm just gonna take it in the face.
Giggity.
Oh my!
The great name believe in gravity.
My!
Also, I just realized at the angle I'm going, I might burn up on re-entry. Uh-oh.
Might.
It looks like
up.
I mean,
Yeah,
you might not.
there's a good chance.
Did you
You're
put a
not
heat
good
shield
anyway.
on it though?
Nope.
Get out there and
Didn't
silicone
think I'd
some
be going
ceramic
this
tiles
high.
on, you'll be all set.
I don't know if you were able to hear me before.
Oh, you're slowing down. Anyways, I gotta head on out, guys. I gotta go eat something. I'm gonna die here. So
Yeah,
have a good
you
night,
have a
fellas.
have
All
a
right,
good one,
later,
Ryan.
Ryan.
All right. Cheers,
Hope
everybody.
that
Love
cheese
y'all.
isn't flat.
Good night.
Night.
Oh, hey, look, the planet is turning beneath me. That's weird.
That
Am I-
never happens.
No, it's
Am I
fixed.
audible right now?
Barely.
I can hear you now.
That's weird.
That's better.
And
Yes.
I was surprised that nobody brought up the fact that on the globe Earth model that Australia is just Africa on its side.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's-
forgot. I totally would have brought that up.
It's
Look what
another
idiots are watching.
NASA
I'm
cut and
playing
paste.
this, man.
Right?
I'm playing this.
One thing
That's kind of
that
like Africa.
Yeah,
one
it is.
question I've never been able to get answered is how do they explain the radar horizon?
The radar horizon.
Yeah, they can't explain that.
Oh, that's easy because just like light and all other radiation that you like send around the Earth, it's it just doesn't work on a globe Earth. It has to be on a flat Earth.
Okay,
I mean that's their
When you're
argument. My argument is the curvature of the Earth would like create a physical barrier.
the question that you would have to direct is why doesn't it work, and how does it present a planar model? Because when you're servicing something like an AQ9A, which is an X-band radar, you have preset measurements that you can actually take, and you got fixed targets, and you use a framework to actually get exact targeting. You can target a direct target down to 5 centimeters, so it's very, very accurate. And we know exactly how far it could see, depending on how high it is off of the surface.
That seems like something that would be impossible to have a limitation on a flat Earth.
Yeah, on a flat
Because
Earth,
like what would stop it? What like the signal might take longer to go somewhere, or it might become weaker possibly. But why would it stop? Why would it stop?
It's more the
making
aspect. Yeah, it's because the targets are set out at the precise locations, and it's raised up at 10-meter intervals. You would have the first target, which is at 36 meters, which is the extent that you can actually see from a 10-meter point. It's then raised to 20 meters, and then you can see out to 42 kilometers. That does not work on a flat Earth because you should be able to see all the targets all the way out.
Yeah, and once you reach a point where there's no more limitation even in your topography, which I'm assuming wouldn't be a major factor in any case, but there should be a point at which there's nothing in the way, like not even here and there.
The identical radar sets are actually put in the Wedgetail AWACS system, as in the Hobart class destroyers that Australia has. When they are on the Hobart class destroyers, that radar can see out to 36 nautical miles. When they are on the Wedgetail, they can see out to over 1,136 nautical miles.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, there's got to be an explanation for that on flat Earth.
There is
but
not.
on globe
There's
Earth,
no way.
it kind of makes perfect sense. On a globe Earth, is that the curve of the Earth creates the horizon. Like the horizon is the curve of the Earth.
No,
and whether it's a radar, the radar horizon is the same limitation. It's just at a different. When you put it up in the air, it's a different level. It's a different range. I mean.
Yeah,
Right?
I've heard all different explanations. They've tried saying that it's different power, it's a different set. No, the sets that are used, those particular ones that I pointed out, are identical in their power draw. They're identical in the shape of the antenna, as well as they're identical in all manner of aspects. So you could literally swap the two out, and you would never notice the difference.
Well,
Hmm.
I don't know what their argument is for that, but maybe you can get one to come out here and tell you what it is.
Yeah, see some of the comments. Surely one of them will come in.
Is there some comments? Has somebody come up with a great explanation for why that's not
I
the
don't
curve
see
of
an
the Earth?
explanation. I just see him saying some nonsense.
But
There's a lot of stuff going on.
the
I mean-
actual question that I ask is a lot more in depth because you have to go into what an X-band radar set is, and you have to explain the wavelength as well as the amplitude, as well as what frequency it operates at. I go into all these details of exactly what we know and how we test it and how we service them, how we actually put them and know exactly the distance that they can actually perceive before they disappear beyond the radar horizon, depending on what height they are off the ground.
Duke, we'd love for you to come in and chat with us. You seem like you really want to talk about this. We'd love to have you
It
on the
is an
panel
open
here.
room. It's a fully open room. Whoever wants to join can join.
You seem like you might have some flat Earth truths for us. So come in here and drop some bombs on us. We want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, that's the thing with us skeptics is if we're wrong, we want to know about it so we can stop being wrong.
I do. I want to stop being wrong.
And
That's what I tried to pull with Kent Hovind when I debated him. He just couldn't get it. Or
Well,
tried to
It's
say
because
to
he
him.
knows
I mean,
he's wrong and he makes his money that way.
Yeah, I'm done talking
That
to
guy's
Ken.
selling snake oil. He's selling snake
Oh,
oil
also-
and yeah,
And DVDs.
yeah, lots of DVDs. The DVDs actually
Behold,
show you how to milk
the
your
mark
own
of the
snake for
beast.
oil. Oh, very good.
Jiffy, you're blowing my cover. Stop it. Flat Earth. He's a
That-
flat Earth truther. We
Is that
gotta.
33.3 centimeters wide there, Doc?
I don't know. It might be double
I
that.
think it might be double that. All right. Because I'm
Yeah.
given to understand that 33.3 is a very important number.
When you go through all of the evidence, cartography disproves the aspect of a planar Earth.
I mean, I've
Well,
never
a lot of
seen.
things
I've
do.
never seen any. I've never seen anything that indicates a flat Earth anywhere other than a lot of claims. I mean, did someone actually say that someone spent $20,000 on a laser, and that was evidence of a flat Earth? Did I hear that Mike guy say that, or did I?
Ring
Did I
laser
misunderstand?
gyroscope.
And it was
Well, ring
narrated
laser
by
gyroscope,
Stephen
yeah.
Hawking.
Well, yeah, it was narrated.
Oh,
by
are
Stephen
you
Hawking.
talking
Well,
about the legendary Bob?
No, yeah, well, yeah, but he was talking about there was a laser test that was done over some great distance.
There's a few
didn't
guys
sound like the
who
ring
buy
laser, but-
lasers and try to shoot them out like at islands across sea level and shit
Okay.
in order to prove there's no curvature, and it's pretty
Do they
hilarious.
think do they believe that lasers are not subject to the same refraction that all other light is on Earth, given our
Right?
atmosphere and the gradients therein and the changes in
Listen,
those
we
gradients based on
don't
temperature?
observe refraction with our naked eyes. You're only told there's refraction by the truth denying globists.
Wait,
Oh,
what's
I'm
a
sorry-
superior
I'm
mirage
sorry to
then?
tell you this, Ember, but I'm in a gas right now, and everything my goddamn eyes are observing is fucking refracted right this minute.
Hey, I got a question. How high up do they say the firmament is? That's what I've never heard.
I mean, it's higher than the moon because we've been to the moon and we didn't break it.
Right, but they don't think we've been to the moon.
It
That's right.
depends.
Yeah, the moon isn't real.
Yeah, it
They don't
depends
think
on
you
who
can
you
stand on the
talk to.
moon.
They
None of
also-
them think.
Go ahead,
This
Brady.
picture puts it at about 62 miles, but of course,
Okay,
this picture
that's-
also puts the sun on the outside, which violates several of their. Well, again, it depends on whose model. Sometimes people have it outside, sometimes people have it inside. It varies. Of course, this is a curved Earth with a firmament over it, so whatever.
But the
Yeah,
moon
they-
and the
that's for-
sun aren't solid though. They're lights. They don't know what we don't know what they are. They're just lights.
I have
right?
I've heard that argument. They don't know what they are. They're luminaries, they say.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
You know,
luminary.
that's
That's
all
the
the
thing.
info the Bible gives
They're
us.
the bringers of a new age.
There is no real consistent model when you come down to what they present. in a lot of cases, some people, especially like Witsit, he has 4 different models that he has to actually use to present his arguments.
Oh, that's interesting. Can I just say something? Somebody on Witless's behalf said that they would destroy me, and I asked them to bring it, and maybe I'm going to be duking it out with Witless word salad. You never know.
boy!
Yay! Wait, I have a button for this.
You know, I asked how high the firmament is because North Korea shoots up the Hwasong 17 ICBM and a you know, they shoot it up to test it, right? It goes up 3,800 miles, which is way higher than what is the international
160.
expectation?
Is that higher than?
160.
Is that higher than the ISS?
Oh, way higher. It's like 250 miles up.
Ooh.
So
Alright, well-
I'm saying, where is this firmament?
The other aspect that you have to ask when they talk about the firmament is it made of something because it's holding back water? So what is it made of? And why do we not get radar returns when we have radars that can detect the moon?
It's made of crystal, right? It's a crystalline structure, so
Oh yeah,
crystals.
yeah,
They just vibrate the radar away. You can't shoot a radar to crystal and pick it up. Crystals have all kinds of crazy powers.
Crystals,
They hold memories of things that happened in the past, and you can also use them to balance your energy in your body.
I'm going to take a half second and chill. Check out a recent stream of mine where we talked about crystal magic.
Yes.
All right.
Fun times.
If I haven't seen that, I'm going to watch it again, but I feel like I did watch that.
I'm glad you got the reference. They didn't just think I was being up here being like literal woo.
Okay, Dukem. If it's not a physical object, how does it hold back the water?
It's a force field, obviously, put here by the aliens who, did the genetic engineering to differentiate humans from the other apes.
Probably something about the ether or some bullshit.
They proved that the ether didn't exist. But before it goes much further, I'm gonna bow out and go to bed because it's almost midnight here, and I don't know why I'm still up, but I appreciate the chance to chat.
Well, this Saturday night.
I kind of wanted to just make
have a
sure
good
Dr. Tap didn't actually blow a gasket.
I actually think he did. I think he's suffering from an aneurysm at the moment.
He blew he had a minor aneurysm, but one he'll recover from.
Doc, is that supposed to happen?
He did change colors.
Don't think
It's like an
so.
Elon Musk rocket.
Wait, where'd it go? Oh, there it goes.
This looks like when things went shitty in Top Gun, the 86 Top Gun.
Yeah, it's Kerbal. It's a normal event.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never played this game,
Fortunately,
but I saw
in
another
Kerbal,
guy
there's a
playing it on
rewind
Discord.
button.
Is this free
I'll have to
on
check
Steam?
this one out.
I think it's like $20. I don't know. I've had it for like a decade.
Yeah, it's an old game.
I've never seen it
Alright.
before. It's cute though. I like
It's
cute.
fun. It's a really, really good physics engine. Surprisingly, still holds up pretty well.
The new one's even better.
Yeah, but my computer doesn't run it at very good frames.
That's fair.
Maybe when they optimize it a bit more, I can do that one instead.
Yeah, when your front section fell off, I was like, oh no, you're working for frickin' SpaceX now.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
The
that
Starship.
ejection was intentional. This rotation isn't though.
Hey, it's
Uh-oh.
Starship now.
Abort.
It seems a little premature.
This is gonna end well.
All right, I'm gonna
Does
get
that
out of
guy
here
have-
before anything.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. It's good to see
Have
you.
a good night, guys.
Yeah,
I
night, Al.
love the debate and having a chat. I'll talk to you later.
Right, yeah.
Adios.
Okay, so what? Just for this is a question for Grayson and Dr. Tapioca Weasel. I guess I should specify since we have two docs in here. For both you guys, at
3
what
technically.
point? Yeah,
4.
Yeah.
5. There
Five.
are 5 docs in here.
Get your docs in a row.
Too many damn doctors. You people
we gotta-
stop getting diplomas.
We got all our docs in a row. Anyway, so at what point did you actually flip? I mean, obviously this was the pretty convincing debate, and now we're all like full in on the flat Earth thing. At what point? At which argument did they finally convince you on?
Probably the argument about why planes don't flip upside down.
Yeah,
About that. I'm like, you know what? I've never seen a plane flip upside down.
right.
I
You should
have.
go. You
Have
should
you
go to
not?
the equator. All the planes must be upside down or spinning around and around at the equator.
On their sides,
right?
yeah.
They're just on their
That's
sides of
true.
the
Whenever
equator,
we whenever we do a stream with Mark Reed, he's right side up.
No, that
Or
makes
is it?
sense. Yeah. So, what about you, Doc? Tapioca Weasel. What point were you convinced? And was it Mike, or was it what's the other guy's name?
Latter-day Saint.
Latter-day Saints. Yeah.
Saint, yeah.
Was he actually a Mormon? I didn't catch all of it. I was
He never said.
technically on another
Right.
stream at the same time.
that did not come up.
He says he is, but the amount of alcohol he drinks, I doubt it.
Well, I thought Grayson
Are
and Mike
Mormons
hit it
against
off really
alcohol?
good. I thought Grayson and Mike seemed like they could go out and have some beers together after the debate.
Yeah, I could talk to him more about flat Earth. I mean, I think that like I don't know why he thinks that the Earth is flat, but he seemed capable of processing information, and that gives me hope
Yeah.
that he could actually understand why his arguments are wrong one day.
That is a
And
plus.
then he shall become stronger than you can possibly imagine.
There's the Obi-Wan quote. You know.
Yeah,
other
there
guy,
was.
though-
Yeah,
guy
the other
that-
guy though, like literally was like, I'd rather like if you're right, I don't want to be right. He
Yeah.
literally said that.
Yeah.
And he also said that atoms are not real because he can't see or smell or taste or touch them.
Ooh, I wonder if he believes in germ
Oh.
theory. That'd be interesting.
That's it.
I
That's,
mean-
that's fun.
can
Yeah,
see
Do I
those-
still
I
have
doubt
the
it.
atom on my board? I don't think I still have the. Yeah, I'll have to go find it again. I have a photo of an individual atom around
Yeah,
here somewhere.
they've imaged atoms.
Yeah.
Well, no, he
and-
says that those are just cartoons. He wants to see it with his. I clarified this. I said, "Do you want to see it with your own eyeballs?" And he said, "Yes. If I cannot see them with my own eyes, then I don't believe in them."
Well,
But
then,
you
And
see,
and
You're right.
you know what?
Cell theory.
I actually gave a way in which that is totally plausible. Also, I spent a weird amount of time on it.
And Doc, according to Sydney Raptor, the 1972 Blue Marble photograph shows the correct orientation of the Earth, with Antarctica on the top. Ergo, Aussies are on top, not down under. Suck at Northern Hemispheres.
That's fair.
Yup.
Also,
fact,
I
I'll-
have
I'll-
added a heat shield. Ta-da.
about damn time. I've been talking to OSHA about that. That's the whole time you
I'll also be entering the atmosphere at much shallower angles, so
That's
hopefully
probably a
less
good plan.
explosions this time.
Oh
You're
wait,
not
when
gonna
did
think-
Ember cross into the southern hemisphere?
No.
Whoa.
It's been made clear that the southern hemisphere is right side up. So being in the north, I'm upside
Oh.
down. So I
No,
was
I-
just
I
correcting the
thought he was on the
perspective.
other side of the flat Earth.
Oh yeah, I've always wondered what's over there.
I wonder if it's
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
I still want to know how plate tectonics work.
Grayson, if you actually do have a conversation with Mike, the first thing you need to explain to him is conservation of momentum.
He
Oh
doesn't
yeah, you were
grasp that.
dying about that.
What has he said that shows you that he doesn't understand conservation of momentum?
Is Duke, you really got to get in here to school us on the ice wall. I'd like to know more about this ice wall and what measures are being taken to protect it and why we can't go to Antarctica. I just want to know.
Yeah, there are actually commercial flights
The
to
only
the
thing
South
stopping
Pole.
you from joining
They're
us
literally
is
on.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
been
as
there.
long as
so-
I may have a solution. So since the sun is above the flat Earth, the flip side of the disk never gets any sun. So like you suggested, Bree, it's super super cold. So it
Mhm.
constantly forms ice there, and the ice wall is the ice from the other side creeping around the edges.
Okay, like something like it's in something put in the freezer or whatever, and it freezes up around that.
But wait a minute, we have a problem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How does the ice get through the firmament wall?
Well, it's clearly on the inside of the firmament.
It's the frost giants. They push it through.
Ah, yes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Ooh, also, like, what if the opposite side of the Earth is just populated by chemosynthetic life, since they don't have a sun to work with?
Hmm.
Like
Maybe that's where all viruses come from, is they migrate from the other side.
Isn't that where Satan lives?
Hey, Doc, can I share
Well,
my screen?
viruses still have a metabolism, though. They still require heat.
Yes.
Okay, so this right here, maybe I should zoom in a little bit. This is a race that goes on annually. It's a yacht race for rich people that starts over here in France, and then they go all the way around Antarctica and then come back. And this is timed very closely because it's a race. So
Oh my gosh!
every year it's the Vendée Globe race for
Sweetie,
yachts.
Sweetie, drop this in the evolutionist chat so I have access to this for arguments with chuds on Facebook.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. It's a race that happens every year. We know how long it takes them to circle around Antarctica, so that pretty flatly debunks the entire flat Earth right there.
And they gotta stay. What? They gotta stay above the Antarctic Circle. Is that the?
I think they just
it
have to
looked like it
round
was.
Antarctica and then go back to France.
Yeah, and there's also a yearly flight from Australia. There are multiple flights that go from Australia in all the capital cities and actually fly over Antarctica.
Ooh, I would love to go on one of those.
You can
Yeah,
actually
well,
buy
the
a
link's in the
flight
chat.
to the South Pole for $100,000. It's not cheap, but you can go to the South Pole.
How do you know it's
Yeah.
really the South Pole, though?
Because there's a
That's a
freaking
good
big old marker, goddammit. DJI, when they unveiled their Mini 2 drone, they sent an adventurer dude to go across Antarctica with it so you could show that it'd work in those extremely hostile conditions because, you know, it's good stuff. So he went all the way and he found the little fucking marker. They have to move it like every 4 years because the ice keeps drifting, but there's one of those little brass markers.
That's pretty cool. I know there's some time lapse photos or whatever from the South Pole from one of the stations down there. I took measurements at the South Pole. People argue with up and down about the cameras pointing up at the sky. Why when the camera points up at the sky at the South Pole do the stars spiral, and when the camera points up straight up at the North Pole the stars spiral? Why is that? How does that work on a flat Earth? I want to know.
Yeah, and if it's the
if
same
you-
sun, why
if
don't
you
the
use
stars track behind it?
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? What was that, Beansy? I'm sorry.
If it's the same sun, why don't the stars track in the same way that the sun and the moon do?
Mhm.
And also, this is unrelated to that point, but why does a Foucault pendulum not work on the equator in a flat Earth model?
Ooh, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, because it's
Interesting,
perpendicular
Jackson.
to the axis of rotation.
So it's perfectly level at. Okay, I get you.
Oh, is that one of those big pendulums that like rotates 360 degrees over the course of a day?
Yeah.
But yeah, because they don't rotate 360 degrees over the course of the day. They rotate times something with a cosine or a sine or something. I don't know the actual formula. The only place they rotate a full 360 in a single day is
at
one
the
of
poles.
poles. Yeah.
So
Fair enough. I stand
At my
corrected.
latitude, it's 215 degrees a day.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. So like the further you are from the equator is 0 and
Yeah.
the poles are 360, and then whatever degrees is in between is there's a formula to figure out how much it should.
There's a lot of transformations with cross products that are annoying.
Yeah,
And-
honestly, it's just faster to set up the pendulum and measure it for yourself at your own latitude.
Does barometric pressure? I always wonder. Does barometric pressure have an effect on pendulums, and if not, why?
It would have a small one, a very, very small one, insofar as it would provide a little bit of a damping force, but it would not
Little
be
more friction.
substantial. Yeah.
And-
They don't have any direct effect on the period. No.
Okay, I just
But
because you think moving from like a tropical to like a montane climate or something, the difference between the weight, just the weight of the air.
yeah, you'd want to consider that also, because also for like because of buoyant force reasons, like you have some buoyancy from the surrounding air, and if that changes, it's going to have a small effect, like maybe depending on exactly how long your pendulum is, because at some level, you know, if it's heavier, then your pendulum's going to be a little bit longer because everything is going to have, you know, some springiness to it, and so that would change, and that does directly affect the period.
Doc said buoyancy. He said buoyancy. It's he's the flat Earth guy now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ruh-roh.
Tapioca.
But yeah, Earth's atmosphere is so thin. It'd take a lot to make a real difference.
And Tapioca, when did they start saying that you could only see 90 degrees?
I was just like, dude, what? Come on. That was absurd. I don't know what they were. It came out of nowhere. It was madness. And I was like,
Did they
I'm
say
done
that?
with this shit.
Did they say the horizon always raises to eye level?
they didn't. They did not say that.
I didn't get
Well,
my bingo
I'm
card
glad I
today.
didn't break out my bingo card, because I would have lost bingo today.
Yeah, it was the aspect of, the horizons are only 90 degrees.
Yeah.
You're confusing 2 dimensions with 3 dimensions. You could see
doing a lot of
180.
things. It's not even has to do like with dimension. It was because he put the line at the thing, and then he did with the other line with the other thing, and I'm giving that as much credit as it deserves, and got to that answer. And then, you know, just asserted it.
That sounds very scientifical.
I mean, it's how I do it.
Kidding me?
It's just lines on paper, you evolutionists. What the hell?
Speaking of lines on paper, I'm $200 short to launch this craft. Are you kidding me?
What?
Damn you, capitalism.
How do you get
Yeah.
money in this game?
If I super chat, will that help?
You do contracts.
You do contracts?
So you are SpaceX.
Like people like I do have a contract to test an engine or to achieve orbit. The government pays me for this one because it's like a national pride thing.
So can you swap out some of the parts of your rocket to match the criteria for their financing?
Yeah, I can just build as many rockets as I want.
Yeah. Do they all have to be practical designs, or can you make like obnoxious rockets that really shouldn't work and they do?
Like Starship, for example.
Kerbal goes crazy.
Like if you launch it, if you try to launch a space cube, are you going to have problems?
And now
People
we
have
have
done
the
that.
Beast of the Mark.
Hey,
The Beast
I
of
gotta,
the Mark,
I'm gonna head
Hayden.
out.
The mark.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, Tapioca. Did you say you
Ember,
have to head out?
Yeah, I was gonna head out. I've been on, you know, the thing with the slurps and the
It's rough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
I'm so
Thanks for
sorry,
joining
Doc.
us, man. You
I
did
didn't
good.
even know this debate was happening. Like,
it was not clear that it was until like an hour beforehand.
I know. I was
when
expecting
our
it like
final-
next week.
Well,
It
I didn't
was-
know when. You just said that, Ryan was saying, "Hey, I'm going to line you up something." And
We
next thing I
didn't know when, Mark.
Okay.
We didn't.
Right.
They were still trying to
Give you that.
find the flat earthers to debate us
Right,
an hour
right.
before.
An hour before.
Because
Okay,
Whitsitt
well-
backed out because he didn't want to debate a PhD.
Apparently, that's how it works.
Apparently,
That
this
is-
happened several times. Which
That
It
is
does not
100%
surprise me.
Unsurprising. Yeah, that is.
Who
that
backed
is
out now?
Whitsitt.
Witless.
Whitsitt.
Because you have a PhD? Oh my gosh.
Well, I cannot confirm that, but as soon as Ryan told him that it was going to be against somebody with a PhD, Whitsitt said, "Oh, wait, never mind. I can't do it after all. Sorry."
Yeah, it's completely expected, and I definitely will watch it. I've got it bookmarked right now. So
What are your engines doing, Doc?
That's his boosters. They're falling away.
I
Popped
jettisoned
'em.
them because they weren't doing what I wanted, and now this engine isn't either.
You're tipping an awful lot there, babe.
This is just
I-
not
Yeah, I was
going
going
well.
to say you dropped your boosters real early there, bud. Real early. And I got to say,
Yeah.
sorry, Ember. I do apologize. I should have lined something up for a dissection, but I completely forgot, and I just no, my bad, man. My bad.
It's all good.
I really do apologize.
I mean,
I've
you're
just been a
here
bit
now
out of it over the
dissecting
last
that
couple of
debate.
days.
Oh,
Hey, Mr. Reed, do you have any debates
Yeah.
coming up you'd like to plug real quick? Why?
Not
Reed?
really, no. I gotta put some content out. I've done a couple of sort of room rumbles kind of thing. I want to debate CJ Cox. I was in a room with him before, my yesterday. So your last night, maybe. It was kind of
Ish.
fun.
Duke Nukem calls you polite Mark. I guess that's a compliment.
Mark is polite.
Okay.
I mean, that's not how I read that, but okay.
You read it with an air of sarcasm or something?
No, but
Mark, are
Mark-
you trouble? Did you come into my room
Maybe.
for trouble, Mark?
oh,
Maybe.
snap. I was.
Well,
I was
just-
gonna head
No.
out. I just realized that. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
No,
It's
that's
all good.
okay, Tap.
'Cause
Well,
it's an open
congratulations.
room.
I'm sure you did fantastic. I so would have liked to be there though, and I apologize for not. I really
It's not
would
your
have.
fault. It's forces beyond all of our reckoning. All right, see ya.
Actually, sorry, Tapioca. If I
Yeah,
well,
he got it. He
just-
got to go.
Real quick
wait,
before
wait.
Tighten
your anus.
So just to let
I
everybody
had to
know,
play
Dr.
Titan's
Tap,
entrance music.
Dr. Tap will be over at Maya's tomorrow night, and I'll be there. Purple Rhymes with Orange will be on there as well, and we'll be looking at some sea monsters. So come
Fuck
hang out
yeah,
with
sea
us.
monsters. Everybody
Woo!
loves sea
Right.
monsters.
You're
We have
locking your nest.
A few really bad ones. The guy that we're covering is really bad. I've already covered one of his videos on my channel, so I know it's going to be
Awesome.
going to be bad.
sorry, being polite in science is consensus ass.
What does that mean?
What?
Yeah,
What?
I'm not sure what that means either.
I don't know, but I'll tell you this. I found out today, Flatzoid is still subscribed to my channel. And the reason that happened is because Mark is so polite.
That is consensus
how do
ass,
you-
Ember.
How do you know that he's still subscribed to your channel?
Because I dropped a Flat Earth video today, and
Oh,
within a minute, he was the first comment.
okay.
Yeah, there's someone on my channel who always comments about the 16 haploid Noah sons or something. Every video I make.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like I've seen their graphs of the haplogroups, and it doesn't start with L. Like it's so weird that they think that
and, sorry, really quick, so Tapioca can go to bed or whatever he needs to do. Just a real quick thing for you in the debate. I think you did good. I think you did really good. Maybe I just got there late, but it seemed like you got kind of flustered quickly. And like you're an animated guy, that's how you often are. But in a debate, that can be like a maybe a signal to the audience that you're losing it a little bit. I don't know.
I wouldn't sweat that kind of thing because, like, if you get passionate about something, they're like, "Oh, you're so emotional." Like anything you do, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm winning." Clearly.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Fair.
I have the opposite problem. I don't have any energy.
Okay, and also the follow-up question to Dr. Dino's question is, Dr. Tapioca Weasel, katana or broadsword?
Oh,
Wait, what?
there's a question. Katana or broadsword? Did she stutter?
I mean, I'd say generally broadsword.
I like a bastard sword, which is close to a broadsword, but
True.
Bastard
Great
sword's a little bit
swords are
heavier,
great.
though. Yeah.
oh yeah. Well, I love the utility. Like you can use it one-handed, but if you need that extra swing speed, you can slap the other hand on and fucking go to
I mean,
town.
it's also longer, so you have the reach. Honestly, halberd. I would go for halberd or some kind of club.
I don't think so. I think
Or
I'd go
mace.
for a Zweihander.
I don't know.
Big
Like
ol'
Katana is
big
more
ol'
for
beastie.
with a halberd,
slicing.
you can poke and you can slash, or you could just have
You can
what-
unhorse
what's
bitches.
the kind of axe thing? What's the axe thing? That's a hammer, an axe, a hook, and a spear.
Oh, that
A bill
is
hook.
a
Is it
no,
a
no. A bill
bardiche?
hook's a curved one. A bill hook is curved round.
Is
What
it
you're talking
bardiche?
about is a lucerne hammer.
Bardiche is a hooked axe.
No, you're talking about a lucerne hammer. Is what you're talking about.
A lucerne. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking of a
Ugh.
lucerne, but either that or a bill hook. I like both of those.
I would just go for
the,
Eastwood.
This
look
reminds me
funky.
of D&D back in junior high, and we just spend the whole time trying to pick our weaponry and stuff. Spend the whole hour and a half.
I've spent way too much time playing Mountain Blade Bannerlord. That's my secret. That's my secret, Cat.
Yeah, here.
Diablo
I
2
would pick
taught me a
either
lot.
this one over here or
No,
this over
that one
here.
on the end is not a bill hook. That's a gussam, and then there's a glaive gussam as well.
I thought a glaive
you're
was
right.
thrown.
But
yeah, so a bill hook
isn't just the
a bill
catch-all for this a bill hook? Like it just refers to the hook.
Well, no, a bill hook just has the curved blade. It doesn't have the spear point or the notch on the end. It's just a curved hook, basically, is a bill hook.
This is all anti-cavalry weaponry, though. I was talking, I said broadsword or katana about about
it's not
one-on-one,
just anti-cavalry. Like you can just reach out, grab your opponent, and wrench them off their feet, and then stab.
Well, the lucerne hammer, the thing about it, it's designed for punching through armor specifically. So the big plate armors kind of thing. Like, so you can hit people in the head with the hammer part and it would like dent the helmet because you can't penetrate it. Or you can like get chinks with the other points. Very good weapon, actually.
That's the one on the far right here. How long's the is it like spear length? It's like a spear length, or is it like javelin length?
Not spear length.
Like spear length, but with a very short puncturing head.
It probably pulls a lot of momentum having a long handle like that, you know.
Yeah. Like honestly, there's a lot of really good fantasy weapons. I like the reach is the main thing. Because I have short arms, so
you know what Terry Pratchett said about that?
Stick helps.
Well, Terry Pratchett sort of said about that you know, like you take the spear when you want whatever happening on the end to be as far away as possible, kind of thing.
Yes.
Right? Like, well,
I mean, also just never underestimate the utility of stick.
I'll just take a lightsaber.
Absolutely.
Well, blunt force is also could be like the thing about a blade is if someone's got armor on, it's still just going to be the weight of the impact. So you might as well have blunt force like this Lucerne hammer here and hit that armor and cause it to ring through their whole body, right?
Are we allowed to use railguns?
Yes, gun. This is why these weapons never survived, because gun kind of made them obsolete. Yeah.
Sorry, I must now share a meme with you. So this is by Well, this is originally by Shadiversity. Fantastic guy, loves to talk about medieval weapons in books or shows or games or just in general. And he hates nunchucks.
Well, they're ridiculous.
Nunchucks
Yeah.
are fucking nuts.
Okay, so
Ninja Turtles
talking about-
lied to you.
It's true.
well, when you're talking about the practicality of nunchucks, in a way they're completely impractical because they're hard to use. They have a chance of hitting you in the face. But in a sense that they're readily available to the people that were using them, they're kind of practical.
Well, so he goes
The
over that.
nunchucks. Why would you pick nunchucks over just a plain old stick? Like, what's a mace? It's a stick with a heavy thing on the end. What's a spear, if not a stick with a pointy thing on the end? What is a sword, if not essentially a metal sharpened stick? There are so many other weapons that a stick is easier to find and get a hold of than nunchucks you actually have to make. You actually have to actually damage a perfectly good stick, make it worse than what it was to make nunchucks. Why would
It's
you
a
ever pick
rice
nunchucks?
flail.
You had stick very good. Nunchucks, what are they if not just mentally disabled sticks? It's like, seriously, nunchucks are basically like a stick that had a stroke. Nunchucks are just sticks that are suffering from erectile stick function. It is literally the stick that swings back at you when you use it. It requires 10 times the training, yet is half as useful as good old stick. It is the inbred, mentally disabled cousin of the mighty stick. That's what nunchucks are.
Well, so
It's a rice flail. They don't make it. It's a rice flail. They're used to beat the rice kind of thing. They already were around.
Yeah, you could grapple
Wow.
better. Like you see people using them as a bludgeoning tool, but they're better as like a grappling tool, is the way I understand it, like self-defense classes and stuff.
I mean, you can garrote somebody with them technically, so there's that.
Or get a hold of any other limb.
Yeah, but just use a rope. Why use the stick with a chain on it?
Yeah, no, they're very impractical. Absolutely, the nunchuck is what happens when you're in a stick fight with somebody else, and your stick breaks and it's hanging by a thread of bark or whatever, and you just keep flailing away. That's a nunchuck. That's got to be the origins of it, right?
Yeah, I just have to mention that, so a lot of these weapons that are used by peasantry, basically, which the nunchucks were one of. The reason why they use that weapon is because a bunch of people carrying sticks, you're likely to have your head lopped off by a samurai, but a bunch of people carrying rice flails, they weren't too concerned over because that was one of the tools that were used. It's like if you saw a bunch of peasants carrying spears, you would be concerned. If you saw a bunch of peasants carrying scythes, you weren't as concerned. That doesn't make it a good weapon. It just means that was what was available at the time. And sometimes what looks inconspicuous is a good weapon.
I mean,
or a practical weapon.
Still,
I like rock.
No, Mark, just stick. Yes,
Sorry?
rock good. Stick good.
You
rock
know,
good.
so you want to know a bizarre primitive weapon that we still use today? Freaking yo-yos. They were initially they started off as like a martial arts weapon, and as far as a weapon with a object on the end of a rope, I'd rather have a yo-yo than nunchucks any day.
Yeah, those things are freaking ridiculous when somebody's fully trained up on them. It takes forever to get good in a combat sense, but you can wreck some shit.
Where was that at? Vietnam? Or go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't mean to derail the nunchuck conversation. It's very enlightening, but I'm just gonna say I'm gonna head out. It's getting pretty late here. I'm still racking my brain after the flat Earth debate, so that was fun.
Yeah, it was a great debate, Grayson. It's so fun to see you and Doc up there together. Thank you so much for entertaining us.
Well, I'm hoping to do some more flat Earth debates. So this is just me dipping my toe in the water. So hopefully, one day I'll go after Whitsid and all these other ones.
Yep.
I'd like to give Whitsid a go, but I don't want him to know that I've got a PhD now.
Yeah, don't let him know.
Oh, is it official, Beamsy?
Hmm?
Nice.
Congrats.
Yeah.
And,
actually,
Dr. Beamsy.
Yeah.
Dr. Beamsy. We shouldn't be
Well,
saying it
as
on
one-
live though, because he wants to keep it secret now, so that he can talk to Witsit. Well, wait.
Oh,
to
that's all
announce it.
right. No, nobody but us watches this channel.
But as one leaves, another enters.
So
we
mean.
have Jiffy Cones.
Jiffy
welcome.
Yes,
Cones.
What do
hello.
you think of the debate or just the topic in general? Feel free to share.
Well, well, I only caught like the butt end of it, like,
Mhm.
but wow, like just every time I turn on any like flat Earth debate, the flat earthers like they just want evidence of the globe, but it's not really evidence they want; it's proof, and proof is pseudoscience. So it gets a little annoying. So like we need to really like like dig our fangs in, and just ask for flat Earth evidence, like flat Earth method of
Mhm.
celestial navigation. And Duke Nukem, I'm calling you out. Answer my questions. Flat Earth method of celestial navigation, like a flat Earth explanation for tides or eclipses. How about an accurate flat
Yeah,
Earth map?
Eclipse is my hobby horse.
Yeah.
I was
I've been
actually
on
going to
that
mention
since
that
forever. Yeah.
when I saw who you were from the side chat, Jiffy. I was going to mention that you've been like dunking on Duke Nukem out there, like dunking on him hard, dropping like reality in their lap, and we appreciate that when we come to one of these after parties.
Yeah. Like
a
Mark and I
lively-
brought up eclipses in our last debate with Flightzoid and Mike, and a different Mike than today. Or no, it was Jim. He went on the epic rants. Those were fantastic, but that's a whole other matter. Every time we mentioned eclipses, we just got don't confuse the sky for the ground, as if that means something.
Yeah. Like you can't tell what the ground is like from looking at the sky, and it's like, what are you talking about? Like, of course, the movement and orientation of the Earth can be told from its movement. I do not get that explanation at all. It's like it basically you might as well argue, well, that evidence is really inconvenient for me. Please stop mentioning it.
That's literally it. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it because it's disastrous to my case.
Yeah, I've
Well,
learned that
bully
like,
for
they just don't like
you.
talking about flat Earth. Like it is the funniest thing ever. Like they say they believe flat Earth. They say, "Oh, it's demonstrable reality," and never demonstrate how Earth is flat. It's just like,
Yeah.
well,
Oh,
dark
Mark,
matter.
I did finally find the flat Earth model though.
Oh, you
Oh,
did?
yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
It's on my screen.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. What did the globe ever do for you? What did the globe ever do for you?
I mean, I don't
That was
know,
the
Ember.
worst,
that
man.
that
That was
globe
the
looks
worst.
pretty curvy.
Well, I mean,
Or that flat Earth
real
looks pretty
real
curvy.
models have curves.
But it's supposed to be
Real
flat.
Earths have curves too.
I mean, I assure you, it is two-dimensional.
That's actually good, Mark. Sorry. That works.
The geocentrists are almost as bad, but they have a little bit more sense to them because they think the Earth is at least a sphere or an oblate sphere.
No, it's when they're flat and geocentric at the same time. That's where you
Right.
start going.
What?
Well, that's most of them, dude. Like, then most of
Yeah,
them
that's
are
most.
geocentrists as well.
It's true.
But
Because
most of them
the
aren't.
whole point,
Always are.
the
is
whole
Earth
point is the
creationists
Earth
too.
is the special place that God loves best.
Well, they aren't usually floating disk though. They're usually infinite plane. Most flat earthers I've ever dealt with were infinite plane flat earthers. That think that the ice that like you get to the ice wall and it's just you get up on top of it and it's just ice as far as I can see, I guess.
Oh, some of
Forever,
them think that there's like more Earth and the ice wall is it. I think it was Level With Me or the Next Level, one of those. Like a bunch of the flat earthers on that are like, the government is keeping us from accessing more land and more resources beyond the ice wall because they want to control us.
Yeah, there's
Why
like
would
little
they do
pock
that?
marks, of other flat worlds that with continents and stuff in them. In this big infinite plane, we're in a little pock mark. There's other bigger ones and smaller ones, and they all have their own suns and moons, and some of them have more than one sun. I've seen some crazy ass maps of these flat Earth ideas of the infinite plane. I actually enjoy it so much more than the disc, even though the disc looks more ridiculous just on its face, right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely funnier. But yeah, an infinite plane is it's a fun idea. It makes you think of Minecraft, right? You can just keep going.
Forever and ever.
No, there is an edge in Minecraft.
Technically. They were working on a version of Terraria that just goes on to infinity. It like auto generates more terrain as you go, but
There's games
Yeah.
that seed infinite landscape, aren't there?
Correct.
Surely.
yes.
Can be, yeah.
I mean, really, it's limited by the amount of storage or memory space that you actually do.
Mhm.
But yes, you can procedurally generate technically infinite planes and all this thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's a
Sorry,
wild
something I'm
idea to
just,
program something like that. Yeah.
So, something I'm noticing down here, like I have my vertical acceleration noted.
Mhm.
Is it just that low because like I'm getting lift, or
I
You're not
think it's your
dropping very-
super shallow angle.
You're not dropping very fast.
well,
so
yeah,
you're,
but I should still. Well, oh no, never mind.
You're gonna skip
Stop.
off the atmosphere.
Yeah, no, I'm getting close to experiencing 1G. It's just okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Can your shields hold up to that? Because you're going to be like circling the earth, burning up along the edge like that for a while.
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
the
it'll be
durability on those shields? It'll be fine, he says.
I mean, look, my horizontal speed is going down pretty speedily.
But you can't adjust your angle slowly.
I
Tip
mean,
yourself down.
kinda.
Woo! Whoa!
That seems
Now
safe.
look what you did.
I feel like the G-force would have killed everybody there.
It's like a Weeblo wobbling.
Oh please,
would-
Kerbals can't die to G forces unless they get something.
I would be so
They
sick.
can in the new one.
I can't even ride roller
Really?
coasters, so yeah, I would be. Blah. Yeah.
Sorry, the cat's attacking shadows on the wall. Bach, get down.
It happens.
Come on.
So you're what, 16 kilometers up now, if I'm reading that right?
Yeah, and I'm not paying attention to the screen. Come on, cat. Come on.
So you could actually like bail out now, if you really wanted to.
I mean, could, yes, should, probably not, because I'd lose everything on the craft because it's not remote controlled.
Oh, so you need to
How
like
much?
retrieve it and shit.
What
So you are
happens if
SpaceX.
What happens if you deploy your chute too soon? No.
Nothing. I just descend really slowly, and it's boring and anticlimactic.
Gotcha.
It's more fun if you pull it out right before hitting the ground.
That's what she said.
Giggity.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you beat me to it. Holy crap!
You boys and your naughty minds.
Like it, as I get lower, the air pressure gets higher, and I slow down more and more. That said, it's about good.
He looks pretty chill in there now. He's like clapping and
Well,
stuff.
you can deploy it early, and it will just not. It will only not catch the air after a certain speed, kind of thing. So you can deploy early, just not while you're traveling
See?
through the.
There we
you
go.
know.
I reached full deployment, like 100 meters above the ground.
Nice.
Oof.
Perfectly safe.
You're
And I see Iron
still
Horse is back.
100 meters above the ground. Why are you rolling?
Yes.
Because there's still fuel in there, so he can actually activate the
Oh,
gyros.
electricity.
Well, it's
Who
the
needs
RTS,
physics?
You have two control
Oh,
thrusters, I guess.
No,
Do
there
you
are,
think-
there? What are the wheels that spin?
Wheels?
that. Well, they like generate forces.
A gyrosphere?
Well, they generate like force to rotate because they spin one way, but it generates a rotational force going a different way.
I always thought that was a gyro. I don't know.
I don't know what
you
they're
talking,
called,
like-
but that's what it is.
Are you talking like the centrifugal force, like so you have fake gravity and space stations kind of thing?
Or you're just breakdancing
I don't
at this
know.
point.
Yeah, basically.
Your poor little dude is gonna puke.
Oh, they're hilarious. The looks on them are hilarious. You know,
Do they ever get sick?
they
Not
get
in the base
scared,
game.
they get happy. depending on the one that you're using, like I've seen them get like tossed about and they just look delighted, and I've seen them look scared kind of thing.
Oh
I think
yeah,
it's just their
it's
personality.
well, yeah, their personality is determined by two traits: their bravery and their stupidity.
Oh,
Awesome.
Jeb here is very brave and very stupid.
Just who
Nice.
you want to send into space on a multi-gazillion dollar rocket.
push the red button, Jeb.
Well, no, that explodes it.
Don't push the red button, Jeb. Whatever you do.
Why did you even build a red button into this thing?
You can't tell us. You can't have a stupid person and say, "Don't push that." It won't work.
Yeah, it sounds counterintuitive now. I regret saying it. I hope he couldn't hear me.
Man, they already want me to go to the moon.
You can send
Of course
Jeb
they
to the
do.
moon?
Fly past the moon.
And
Oh,
keep
so,
going and going and going.
Can you launch
Hello?
a lander on the moon?
Hello?
Yeah,
Yep.
you just gotta be careful about it.
Hello, is that Jiffy talking?
Yeah,
So-
we can hear you, Jiffy.
I think
Okay,
so.
yeah, just making sure because I just want to call out Iron Horse and Nominal, like to answer any of my questions, like flat Earth methods of
Iron
celestial
Horse.
navigation or explanation for eclipses, tides. Although I have heard Iron Horse say like the same thing Eric Dubé said. Oh, it's the heaving of the bosom of the deep, like that pseudoscience.
Sorry, what?
What?
Yeah, Iron Horse is like I saw like
They're
Iron
only
Horse is
joking
claimed
about
that
the Earth
tides.
being a model. Come on now.
Oh,
First
sorry,
thing I
here-
want to say is that sounds
Here it is,
hot.
reaction wheels.
Yeah, it was
Reaction
like the
wheels are what I was
heaving
thinking
of the great bosom
Reaction
of the
wheels.
deep.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Attitude
Like-
control thrusters.
The bosom of the deep.
That
I'm
that
gonna.
that to me that sounds like thoughts and bears.
Is that
Where
a
do I
band?
get some of this deep bosom?
Is that a band name already? Because I'm on it.
Yeah, Nominal.
of the
Your
deep.
question was already answered about dark matter. Yeah, we detected gravitationally. So answer my questions now. Come on, coward.
Ah,
They
we
never-
lost a beamsy.
Well, no need for that. They never do. That's the thing. Like, I think you can just point out that, hey, we're willing to. But the thing is that always we're expected to give an absolute down to the molecule specific explanation of damn near everything, and they just say electromagnetics and don't explain anything other than that. That's the thing. Like when you're talking about explanatory power, you're talking about how well it explains it. They never give any kind of explanation that really explains anything. All they do is just say a concept and then think that that's an explanation. It's not. Just saying what it is not enough. You've got to explain how it is. And that's where you
What?
guys are failing.
And I want to reiterate to Iron Horse that this is an open stream. The link's right there in the top of the live
Oh.
chat. We will
Oh, is
we will
it-
be
is it,
quiet. Yep, and we will be quiet and let you engage with Jiffy's questions or propose your or get a response to your questions as well. We're just going to be sitting here watching Doc play Kerbal. So come on in and you can just engage one-on-one, and we'll just make sure things stay chill and
So-
yeah, you all can have a conversation.
I just got a comment on my latest today's flat Earth video. Person, it's just an ID. It's a JKSPR593, whatever. It says if we look into atoms, quarks, and bosons, when they are aligned, they form a line, like graphite sheets or silicon oxide crystal structure, flat plane. Therefore, Earth is technically flat. However, as we view the globe in its entirety from space, then the Earth is a globe. Will this compromise work? Because this way, both theories can be correct.
Well, I don't think even a generous interpretation of the flat Earth position that bosons is not what they're talking about.
Yar.
So
Well, as we
I
heard
don't-
today, bosons don't exist.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
We better pack up the Large Hadron Collider and go home then. What the hell?
Yeah, for sure.
That's a satanic hoax.
Oh yeah, it's a portal.
Now you're
portal to
learning.
the portal to the underworld or something.
It's ran by the Masons. I mean, at this point, why are we listening to this CERN? They sound and are we not really? Are we really so blind that we can't see that it's supposed to be concern because we should be concerned about them?
I mean,
I have never once heard that. That's amazing. Like,
Well, it's the European Center for Nuclear Research, right? And the letters aren't even in the right order. It's like they don't even speak English in Switzerland. What the fuck?
Yeah,
they're not even
it's
trying. They're not even
there's-
trying.
and we've all seen the video of the people doing the ritual out front of the facility with the sacrifice and all that, right?
Have we?
Or am I the only one who's seen that?
Do you mean the one with the babies or the one with the goats?
I think it was an adult person they sacrificed, one of the scientists, I believe.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I haven't
that's
seen that
great.
one.
They were all in robes and
Oh no.
yeah. Yep, they got
Illuminati
kind of called out for being for doing a troll on the conspiracy theory people. It was actually people that worked at CERN that did it.
Of course.
And
something important to know, people, is scientists are nerds.
Mm-hmm.
And they do dumb stuff, especially when they
Of
find it funny.
course. Of course. You gotta have fun when you're stuck in a lab looking at a microscope for like 12 hours.
Right.
That's why you can get funding for stuff like I'm going to go examine the lake water in Loch Ness and see if there's a unknown creature in there, and people will they will fund it for you because people want that kind of weird science vibe. Makes universities a little bit of money.
Yeah, good publicity. Why not?
Yeah.
Plus,
And sometimes though,
right back on the landing pad.
Titan says, "I kneel and face CERN when I worship Darwin."
That would be a good thing to face, though.
I can't believe you guys didn't realize that that's what CERN was. That we're supposed to be concerned with them, and you're so blind, you're just like sheep, right?
Here's my thing with facing the Kaaba.
Sheep have better vision than we do.
Because
wider vision.
Isn't anybody you face on a sphere technically facing something when you think about it?
What's facing a sphere now?
I mean, if you're facing, like, this is what I don't understand. Like the Kaaba or whatever, the meteorite that Islam bows to. Any point on a sphere that you bow is technically the right direction when you're bowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Eventually, yeah. Because anapodes, right? Anapodes. That was the point of interest this evening. So brought it full circle back to that.
Full circle, you say?
You boom. There we go again. We're on it tonight.
It's a roundabout way to get there.
Yeah. This is like fantastic. I love it. I guess I'm in here with a bunch of dads, though, huh? How many of you are dads? Raise your hands.
Not yet.
How many hands do I need to?
Just one, Ember. Just one.
I'm gonna send in the bees.
Ember.
Release the bees.
Yeah.
Not the bees.
I know. I got my love of puns from my dad. He was just all about puns. So now when I hear a good one, that like kills
puns.
me.
Yeah.
I got it from Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, so I just want to say, like, if my horse is still around, like,
puns.
I have like another 20 minutes before I decide to go to bed, like, so I can work early tomorrow. So if he wants to come around in like the next 20 minutes and have a quick discussion, like, I'll still be here for a little bit.
I mean, no one new has entered the group yet.
Yeah, I promise we won't dogpile. I'll just stay out of it.
Yeah,
we're about me jumping in. I'm playing Mountain Blade because people started talking about medieval weapons, and so yeah.
You've been inspired.
Yes,
And I'm busy trying not to kill tourists.
And I will sit back and listen to you guys and watch Doc play. Jackson might have some questions for you, though. I'd like to see Jackson engage a little bit, but
oh yeah, I'd like to hear their explanation for the Foucault pendulum thing, because it makes no sense on a spinning or any model of a flat disc.
Yeah, so let's talk about tools. Exactly, the tools we can use to examine the shape of the Earth.
Cavendish
Come on in.
experiment. If we can talk about that one.
Mhm.
Like to see that explained how. Sort of the
We can
Cavendish
talk about
experiments.
we can talk about atmospheric refraction with laser experiments that were done over lakes, because that's a thing that happens.
Or even Lake Pontchartrain. That's a fun one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mentioned folding ideas earlier. He did a video about the flat Earth where he took a camera on an arm so he could like raise and lower it while keeping it level. And looking across this really long lake in Canada, you could see the level of the lake obscure trees and houses on the opposite side as he lowered it and then reveal them as he raised it. It was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
Although,
there's spots on my lake
used
you
it
can
as
do that.
he used it as a jumping off point to talk about more sinister conspiracy theories, but it really fun video all around. Because
the flat earthers into all this.
QAnon was just rising into popularity at the time.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. Is that still talked about anywhere? I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, it's still a thing.
It still is, yeah.
Of course it
Definitely
is.
still is. Yeah.
Yeah, no amount of false prophecies, failed predictions, etc. will ever fucking falsify it.
Yeah.
Or how many of their leaders go to jail.
Yeah. It's gonna, even after Trump's gone, I think the Q people will continue to.
Nah, because remember, we still have Elvis sightings. Like, he would have died of actual old age by now, and we still have Elvis sightings.
Well, Bree's saying they will continue.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Yeah.
Even long after Trump's dead. I mean, they still think Kennedy's coming back to be his running mate. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. Well, it
That was a
weird.
thing?
Exactly.
JFK Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, not JFK, but Jr.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna
the plane
say.
crash. JFK also would be
not
dead by
JFK.
old age. By
Yeah,
now.
I mean, there are a lot of Kennedys, so, you know.
Well, how old would JFK
What's the one
be
running
now?
now? What's his name again?
RFK, Robert F. Kennedy
yeah.
Jr.
Oh, the junior one, yeah.
Yeah, he's the son of Robert Kennedy that ran. He also ran and got shot, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. And he's running as a Democrat, but he's like really deep into conspiracy stuff, like anti-vax and climate change denial and a lot of conspiracy stuff. That's going to be a bit of a problem for our society if we got someone like that in charge.
JFK would be 106 right now.
So I mean, it's not impossible. Not impossible. How Jimmy Carter's still alive, isn't he?
You are technically correct. The best kind
he's
of
about
correct.
to die, I think. He's in hospice, I think I heard.
Oh, that's. But yeah.
Well, at 106, he may in fact be less senile than Biden. So there you go.
Yeah.
And he could probably lift a glass of water.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but Trump can't even lift a glass of water. Not without both hands, as we know, which is the power move where you have to drink your water with both hands.
Well, you see, it's like it's a bastard glass. You can do it one-handed, but if you need the extra swing speed, you slap the second hand on there. Yeah.
So sorry, I try to stay away from politics in my everyday life. So all of this is just what.
I find it hilarious. Well, I've got no real stake in it, so I find it absolutely hilarious. Well, I guess I do, but
yeah, because if a dipshit launches all the nukes, well, actually, no. I've heard a lot of people say
Australia?
that. Exactly, because it's the weather patterns, right?
Well, I can imagine our
no one's targeting Perth. Let me tell you that right now. Like, well,
I could imagine our dear leader deciding it's best to nuke the wildfires.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, like the fiscal policies and things of America affect the world. So, I suppose
economically, yeah.
Much less.
If dipshit causes another depression, it'll fuck everybody up.
Hey, another argument against the flat Earth is North Korea again. Their trajectories for their ICBMs mean that they can reach almost anywhere in the world except South America because the Earth is a sphere.
Details. I mean, that's true for anybody's ICBMs, though.
That's true. I just like use North Korea because they can't be in some conspiracy because they just wouldn't do it.
But how do ICBMs work if the Earth isn't rotating as well? That's what I want to know.
Magnets.
Or if there's a firmament.
Well, that's the trick. Is you bounce it off the firmament. You have to know the shape of the firmament to get the refraction angle just right.
Bounce it off the dome. Yeah, sorry.
Yep.
But as the crystalline dome can absorb all of that, though, it's not going to refract anything back. That's how they get you. It doesn't refract. It absorbs. It's got crystal powers, which we talked about already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Physioelectric crystalline structure. I learned that from freaking Traycation Hutchinson. That guy he's not the brightest crayon in the piss drawer.
I asked a flat earther how we send laser beams to the retro reflectors on the moon and get it back, and he said, "Well, it's reflecting off the firmament." There are two problems with that. One, wouldn't it just refract through it? But even if it did somehow reflect, it's not going to come back to the source. It's just going to reflect off in some random direction, right?
Yep.
Or if it does come back, it should work when you try it at any point on the dome, not just where the moon is.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
what if it does come back and we just get it's only in a frequency only dogs can hear?
And it's worse than that because
the light.
If it does if there is a dome and it is reflection, then it should have a way shorter travel time than what we measure it to be.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, any dome close enough to keep a 32-mile diameter moon in, it's 250 to 280 million or no 1,000 miles. Fuck, my meat brain is malfunctioning. It's a little farther, is what I'm getting at. Yes.
Doc, just want to clarify that if you're going to claim that the firmament does not turn light into sound, you're going to have to try to find some kind of explanation for thunder and lightning, because I'm not buying it.
Clearly, you've never heard a sunrise.
I think it has something to do with magnets.
Oh boy. Well, in other news, I feel like I've had enough Kerbal for now, so we're going to go over to Mark on a battlefield, I think.
Okay.
All right.
Yay! What weapon did you pick? What weapons do you have, Mark?
I have a really, really bad bow. I've just started, so I got a really bad bow, and I picked up this axe from somewhere. So,
you need to murder some guys to loot them.
You're a mounted archer, though. That's cool, and you got a shield. So
yeah. I'm a very low health. I've had my ass handed to me a couple of times already.
You need to. Well, are you staying back like you're supposed to?
Yes, I am.
You have some bandages, or do you need like health potions and shit?
No,
or find a priest.
That isn't how this game works. Watch out! They're throwing rocks.
See?
Oh, no, not
the mighty rock.
Do they have
nunchucks?
Do they have nunchucks?
No, they don't have nunchucks.
Sorry, real quick. Sydney has said something wonderful.
Yep.
But in space, no one can hear you, laser.
What are you wearing? Like a light?
Bad.
You wearing like a light leather armor?
Yeah. So this is Pete of the Pirate Clan.
Ah.
Okay.
Fetching in his peasant outfit. What actually is it? It's a
He does have a lovely mustache.
absolutely tailored commoner tunic.
Can you do the Mongol thing and ride while you shoot your bow, like ride down in circles?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's such a pain to deal with as well. I really want a better bow, but I can't afford one because I'm poor. I'm a poor boy. I can probably offload.
From a poor family?
Did you
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you craft your own weapons?
Yep. You can craft your own weapon. Obviously, I haven't crafted anything, so not much is unlocked at the moment. But you can unlock all this stuff and craft everything.
Neat.
Let's see. So if you want to craft a two-handed mace, say, you can.
What? No nunchucks?
No nunchucks.
Is there at least a yo-yo?
No, there is no yo-yos.
How about stick?
Whatever mace. Well, this is a stick technically.
Yeah, spiky stick.
True.
Oh, there's our classes. Let's look at the pole arms real quick because everybody here agrees pole arms are the best, right?
Oh, okay. Pole arms is the best. So that would be a two-handed pole arm.
Ooh, that's a nice halberd.
Halberds. Well, you start out with this kind of stuff, which technically a rake is a two-handed pole arm, or the shovel.
it is a stick.
Well, tridents were originally fishing instruments, so.
Yeah, I think they've got a trident. Yeah, it's a trident head.
So. Pitchfork.
No, that's trident.
Can you make it red so there's the devil?
Pitchfork is that one.
It looks the same to me.
Don't know how. Good old rake. Oh, so that is a bill hook, right? That's a bill hook. That's how I know what a bill
that doesn't look like a lot of bill hooks I've seen.
Looks like an upside down glaive to me.
It looks more like a war scythe.
Oh, that's a bill hook.
Yeah, that's more of a bill hook.
Yeah, that's whoops.
I thought bill hooks were thicker at the bottom.
Well, you can get a whole bunch of stuff. You can get the Eastern ones. You can get stuff like that gentleman. There's a ton of stuff, and they all have their different stats, so they all sort of move differently. That's fancy. That's so fancy.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
But then you can sort of all of it affects its stats. But you can add like if you want a pennant on it, or if you want, a fancy thing on it.
Ooh. Fancy.
Fancy. Yeah, so you can put a number of different sort of flags on it and stuff like that.
I mean, so from what I've heard, like flags and stuff on spears isn't just fanciness. It's actually a great way to distract your opponent because their eyes are attracted to the movie thing.
Conceivably,
I don't know. I mean, you get pikes, which are bigger. You can actually do, if you've got a two-handed pike, you can do the pike stomp, so you can stand on the end and let horses run into it. It's absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Can you use the pike from horseback?
Some of them you can. So some of them,
Let's go
the pike usually
jousting.
can't be used from horseback. But on your two-handed pole arms, you have things like the way that you build them. You have lances and things like that. So you can couch them. So you can put them under your shoulder and you can just run into somebody basically. As long as the lance is aimed right, it will absolutely skewer people, which is fun, which is a lot of fun.
Also, I will be back in a couple minutes. I trust y'all to behave.
Well, that's your first mistake.
So with weapons like a trident, though, can you are there throw attacks then as you can do with the pole arms?
Yeah, you can get javelins. Usually pole arms you can't throw, but javelins you can.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're gonna go now. I'm gonna go take my melatonin and try to sleep.
All right, thanks for coming in.
Have a good one, everyone. Not you, Gary.
Laters.
All right, bye.
You know the geocentric model, not flat, but that model that believes about gravity. I learned. I've been doing a lot of research on this. I'm debating Robert Sungenis in a month. They think that the ether is less dense in the Earth than outside the Earth, and that's why there's gravity.
Less dense in the Earth than outside the Earth.
Right. Like, I don't know how they know this or why they think this.
Yeah, I don't.
That makes no sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
So what, things are slipping through? But
wouldn't that just mean that since the ether's less dense there, the ether would just come into it and equalize it anyway?
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's another thing I don't understand. But yeah, I mean, the geocentric model has basically the same physics involved. They try to co-opt it, but there are certain parts of it that make no sense at all.
Did you get a Mongol bow?
No, this is really, really bad. That's why I want a better bow. Ugh.
So buoyancy is the answer, right? Always.
No, I think it's magnets.
Yeah,
buoyancy is the one that yeah.
Are magnets
The
buoyancy?
answer is always magnets. When in doubt, the answer is magnets.
The sun and the moon might be magnets.
I think I've heard someone propose something like that, actually.
Yeah. It makes sense, right? Because magnets are usually the right answer.
Of course it makes sense. Why wouldn't it make sense? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
like the guy I'm going to be debating, he thinks the Earth has less mass than the sun, and that's the one example in the universe of something less massive being orbited by stuff that's more massive. That's like the most extreme case of special pleading I've ever heard.
So he's a geocentrist then, right?
Yeah, he is.
That's like evidence of divinity. I'm guessing.
Right.
That,
he's a fundamentalist Roman Catholic or something.
Oh my. So there should be corners to the earth if he's Catholic, right? He's fundamentalist Catholic.
Well, he says it's an oblate. He agrees it's an oblate spheroid, but
okay,
you know, he basically disagrees with everything else. It's actually been pretty interesting. This is actually going to be a really good debate because I've been studying a lot of physics for this. And I'm about to do my own Kennedy Thorndike experiment. I just need to get a beam splitter and some mirrors. And anyway, it's pretty cool experiment.
You know, I do want to say, like we were talking about earlier, that most video games are infinite planes and not spheres because physics engines, the dynamics don't work on a sphere. It's like water doesn't stick to a sphere, so they have to be on a flat plane when you put video games. I mean, look at the map. Look at what we're seeing right now. This is the perfect example of why. Look at that. Do you see any curve? This is way more realistic looking than the game that Doc was playing earlier.
Yeah, that's true.
I did not see any curve. No.
This is a flat map.
This world between White Harbor, the Eyrie, River Run, Lannisport. Anyone recognize it?
Where are all the magnets, though?
Oh, you're in Westeros.
Yes.
Oh, like
Game of
Fire and
Thrones.
Ice.
Yeah.
Does that mean you get dragons at some point?
I haven't yet, but I haven't been playing this mod long.
I'll be right back.
Oh, Ember, the doctor I'm working with for the radiocarbon test.
I am returned.
Oh, hey Doc,
welcome back.
Yeah.
Hi.
The doctor I sent the sample of platinum to got it yesterday. Or 2
Oh,
days
good.
ago. Yeah, so he's going to be testing that. And measuring the machine background to prove a point to the creationists. So that'll be pretty cool. See what it comes out to.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mo platinum, mo problems.
Yeah. I'm gonna do gold wire and not rubidium, rhodium, palladium, the noble metals that don't tarnish. You know.
Do you just have a collection of rare earth metals?
No, I had to order some platinum wire. I'm gonna have to order the other stuff too, but you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like it's 1985 and you can just walk into any 7-Eleven and pick up a quart of plutonium or something. I'm old. I make references to old movies. Don't mind me.
Back to the
Good,
Future.
good movie though.
Except I think it's 1985, not 87. Gotta get back to 1985.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said 87.
Why would I say 87? That's not what's in the movie.
I don't know. Maybe I misheard you.
English is hard. Gotta get back in time. Of course, Mark's already back in time. He didn't even need plutonium.
I'm back in time. I'm forward in time. What are you talking about? You're back in time.
I meant in the game.
Oh, right. Okay, got you. No, I thought you were talking about my time zone. It's like, yeah, no, I'm half a day ahead of you, sir.
Mark is always from the future.
Yeah,
That's
I am.
true.
He's come back to warn us about.
Honorable.
Speaking of
Yeah,
time, I
like-
want to get a couple of atomic clocks and put one on an airplane and keep one on the ground and like measure the time dilation. It's been done before. I just want to do it again, but
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of money, you know. For the
You
time.
don't have a plane? Huh,
Oh, I don't have a plane either. That's true.
you're poor. Yeah.
Details. I want to put one on a freaking SpaceX rocket, just so we can
Yeah.
see like the dilation effect from like the booster part. So it'll go up and come back down.
Right.
Yeah.
It would be interesting. I kind of thought of that too, but I mean, that would be expensive as hell also.
Yeah, but Elon can afford it.
Right. But he's not smart enough to
No.
do it.
I hate to break it to you, but I'm not Elon. Don't have my ass handed to me again.
So what happens if you die in this game?
You're usually captured and hoisted round, and I think I'm gonna run.
Have you considered
Oh.
wearing armor?
When I find some, I'll let you know.
So you can craft every frickin' weapon in the universe, but you can't like make a heavy cotton shirt or something.
Correct. Yes, that's
Awesome.
That is correct.
Can you loot off of like dead bodies or?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he's got a light
Oh.
leather armor on now.
No, it's
So
not
you
even
just need to
leather,
get
it's
better at
cloth.
killing people. Got it.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty much.
you just need to get good, bro.
Yeah.
Do it now. Also, seems like the chat is slowly going away.
I don't know. He's still got 20 people watching. Looks like.
Really? My StreamYard says 11.
StreamYard can't
StreamYard's
count.
usually not accurate. Yeah, it's very inaccurate when it comes to
No,
counts.
my
No, that's
YouTube also
weird.
says 11.
YouTube can't count
Ow.
either.
Mine said 11. It says 11 now. I refreshed it. It was just hung up.
I'm just in the StreamYard
My bad.
window. I can't see how many people are in there. But I see Nominal talking about dark matter still.
Oh,
Spooky stuff.
Yeah. Seems like whether they're flat earthers or young earth creationists, all the science deniers really hate dark matter. They have a real problem with it.
they use essentially the same arguments,
Yeah.
Jackson. The arguments are so similar to be almost identical.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be a flat earther, you basically almost have to be a young earth creationist.
Right. They're just a more extreme.
Because that's where you get the dome and all that crap. It's from the Genesis descriptions.
Yeah, I mean, these Venn diagrams are basically just overlapping circles. Like, fully overlapping circles. I realize I should specify.
There's a couple of exceptions. I don't think Eric Hovind is a flat earther.
Was he a flat earther?
I don't think so, but on the other hand, maybe he's just avoiding the topic, you know?
Yeah. Well, I
Well,
mean,
I've been
doesn't
in a
he
couple
basically
of,
just parrot what Kent says? Does Kent think the Earth is
Oh,
flat?
no, Kent.
No,
Kent,
he thinks it's round.
He thinks there's a big ice. There was a big ice dome over the Earth
No,
at one time.
yeah, that's the thing about him. He'll say, "Oh, well, if you think the Earth is flat, you're dumb." And here's why: there was an ice canopy over the Earth to keep it cool. So
Not
avoid,
only that,
it's sort of. Sorry.
It kept all the oxygen
Go ahead.
inside so that the giant bugs and stuff could grow in the dinosaurs.
Right,
Right,
yeah,
here's
that's
the
why
crazy-
dinosaurs got so big.
Yeah, but here's the
Mhm.
crazy thing. He thinks it was a superconducting magnet ice canopy, and that's how it stayed up, which makes no kind of sense.
Oh yeah, and when it broke apart, it landed at the poles. And that's why we have ice caps.
And I think he thinks it caused the craters on the moon or something.
Sometimes.
Wouldn't surprise me.
That was the fountains of the deep, right? That spraying
wasn't
up
that
into
what
the.
The lunar bukkake.
Oh, yeah.
He did
Mhm,
suggest that
yeah.
Behringer Crater was formed by a piece of the dome crashing at one point. Such fun ideas.
Yeah, and I remember Beamsy doing the math on that and just coming to the conclusion the Earth is a molten mass again.
Yes,
You know,
several times over.
There was a debate or not a debate, a presentation by T-Rock on Standing for Truth. He says there's no heat problem. Then he presents his solution, and it is the fusion of the higher elements of the Earth. So he created a new heat problem. And a second.
Well, it's T-Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, T-Rock. Although to his
I
credit,
wonder what it is.
the last time I heard him, he'd actually gotten a real microphone, so he stopped sounded like you were trying to place an order at McDonald's.
Does he still snuffle up with us?
Yeah, he doesn't. I tried to argue the point that so you think there were two stars in the solar system at one point. And he was like, no, I just think there was fusion on the Earth at one time. It's like, okay.
Okay. But also, sorry, Ember, that is a perfect descriptor for how he and a lot of other young Earth creationists sound. And that's so accurate. I never thought of that. Yeah, and I say that as someone who used to work fast food. Like, goddamn, that's perfect.
Hell yeah. That's it. Actually, that was a slight bit of New York City subway thrown in there. Okay, let's try this again.
Sorry, I just listened to the YouTube part of that, and I can't even make out any words.
Yep.
That is accurate. Yeah.
For anyone who's curious, I said, "Welcome to Dinosaur Adventureland. May I take your order?"
Buy my DVDs.
DVDs.
Wow. Okay, so the part of the video I'm working on for my next video, I just tried to render it as a QuickTime animation, and it maxed out my disk space at.
I'm sorry, your dick? What about your dick?
Yes, that too. It was like 284 gigabytes, and then it ran out of space. So I just switched. I just undid all the fancy shit and dropped it to a H.264 MP4 codec, and now it's saying 7 gigabytes.
Okay, I'm sorry. What monster are you putting together?
Frankenstein? No, it's a Shroud of Turin thing, but this is just part 1A, and it wanted to be. I'm like, I need a bigger computer, folks. Everybody support my Patreon so I can get a computer in like 5 years.
I mean, I'm about ready to start just buying a bunch of flash drives to keep videos on. I mean, might as well. Cheaper than a computer.
I have my D drive. It has 1.4 gig, 1 terabytes of videos I produced and so I'm transferring to an external drive right now.
I caught nothing of what you just said.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, I just hit the render button, so my computer's doing many processes. Yeah, I've got 1.4 terabytes of videos clogging up my D drive by moving them onto an external right now, which is yet another process my computer's doing. Poor computer. I overworked this thing.
Yeah, it sounds like it. That's a lot.
I also make too damn many videos.
And I haven't bought a flash drive in nearly a decade now. How big are the normal ones now? Like, how much do they hold?
Oh, 2 terabytes.
They're up to terabytes now? Just a normal thumb drive?
Yeah, 1 terabyte.
God damn.
I don't know. I get these critters. They're USB plug-in. They get the power right through the USB. They make bigger ones, but I get the 4 terabyte ones because they're like $80.
Oh.
And I just write the dates on them, and then they stack up very nicely next to my computer.
Huh.
I just don't edit videos to save space.
I mean, that works too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, also, Nominal in the chat, I think, has been trying to ask, what is dark matter?
This is Dark Monster. Those are two different things.
Well, dark
Ooh.
monster.
Do I
like
have a
which
dark monster?
I've only tried the green one and the red one. I don't know. The red one's
The
Fruit
turtle?
Punch or something.
Does the turtle count?
That's Maturin,
oh.
right?
Yeah. Atuin, yes, and Cat Jesus. Cat Jesus is a dark. He will eat your face because that's what Cat Jesus do. Yeah, no, dark matter. It's just matter that is dark. It's pretty simple. It doesn't emit light, so we can't detect it with our optical telescopes. So we detect it in other ways, like its gravitational influence on the rotation of stars in our galaxy, or the gravitational lensing effect that it causes when we look at distant galaxy clusters, things like that. Yeah.
I thought that was caused by magnets.
Yes, magnets too. Yeah.
Is dark matter magnetic?
It is
well,
now.
so it depends. because dark matter is a catch-all term for all the non-luminous matter. So the vast majority of it is probably like loose atoms and shit. But I mean, a rogue planet could technically be dark matter. But yeah, it's pretty much just a placeholder for this matter that we can detect by its mass and gravitational influence, but we can't see with light and shit.
Alright. Do we have any examples of dark matter on Earth?
Well, again, it depends on what you mean. Like, if you're going with the basic definition of non-luminous matter, then in the visible light spectrum, the Earth itself would be dark matter. We only see it because it reflects the sun's light. But the Earth does emit radiation in the infrared band. So we could detect that with, telescopes we have. I saw a thing that came out yesterday that indicated, I didn't get a chance to read the article it was from, but it indicated that there may be dark matter within the sun itself. But I don't know how one would ascertain that, so
I was reading.
It's meh.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's pretty much it.
Oh, I was reading there might be like a ring of dark matter around close to the sun. They want to put atomic clocks into probes going near the sun and have them on Earth too to kind of measure the effects. I didn't read the full article. That was basically the concept of the experiment.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, it could be fuck tons of neutrinos, like insane fuck tons of neutrinos, because they weigh basically nothing. But those are weakly interacting particles. So, yeah, they could do the job. I mean, hell, you can't bounce photons off of neutrinos, because the neutrinos are smaller than the fucking photons are.
Yeah, neutrinos pass through whole planets and stars without hitting an atom.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, anyway.
Neat.
Yeah, but their mass is so low that, our sun creates gazillions of them every second, but the mass is so low.
So wait, are neutrinos a form of dark matter then? If
No.
photons can't bounce off of them?
Or are they?
I mean, again, using that basic definition, then technically,
But
yes.
we can, yeah.
So there you go, nominal. We have some dark matter.
But they do detect neutrinos like in underground detectors every now and then.
Yeah, we've got the big old, what do they call it? Ice cube, ice block, something like that in Antarctica. The giant neutrino detector.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of those, something like that. Actually, we got a, I'll see if I can find it. We got a cool picture of the galaxy through the planet Earth by using the neutrino detector.
What,
So
was that the picture of the black hole?
No, that was a radio telescope thing. This was a neutrino detector.
Oh.
Yeah. Shit, where did I put it? I never delete anything, so it's got to still be around here somewhere. It's probably in my past live notes, because I brought it up in one of my live streams. It was just a brief, hey, look at this curiosity thing. But I thought it was cool.
No, and so nominal sort of saying invisible matter we can't detect. And it's that's like sort of saying that a black hole is invisible, but we can kind of detect it. So when you're saying invisible, it doesn't mean, so we can't detect the thing, we can detect the effects that it has. So you're sort of just, Red Just is kind of right. It's dishonest quote mining kind of thing.
Yeah, in this context, invisible doesn't mean undetectable. It just means not visible. Like invisible as in no visible light won't work. Like stuff we can see in the infrared is invisible in that the visible light spectrum won't detect it.
Technically, you glow. You just can't see
It's
it.
true. Humans are
Yeah.
bioluminescent. We just have a shit frequency for it. Where the fuck did I put my past live stuff? There it is. Okay, let's see if it's in there. This isn't even actually important. I want to find it now.
It's fine. Just man, sorry. I think I am gonna have to cut the after show though. My stomach is wanting to murder me.
Because I'm so bad at this game, isn't it?
That is entirely the reason. But
I knew
yeah, thanks for joining, folks. Thank you, people who are still in the live chat. Hope you enjoyed the debate. Hope you enjoyed the after show. Had some good discussions here. I think. I hope. If you'd like, feel free to toss me a
found it.
sub. Don't forget to go like the original stream. Feel free to check out any of the folks who have been here on this after show. Everyone with me right now has a YouTube channel.
Smash the bell so you know when Doc's doing these really chill hangouts because they're really good. And, you know,
Ring the bell so you don't miss stuff. Planning to do another Creation Science Theater on Monday?
As always, as long as my internet behaves.
Let me real quick plug again the Sunday Bad Science Sunday. Dr. Tapioca Weasel will be there on Maya Atkinson's channel talking about sea monsters. We did settle on a video about prehistoric sea monsters actually, so that might be up your alley more. I am really good at debunking that kind of stuff. It's going to be 50 mysterious creatures caught on camera. Actually, it looks like so.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some living dinosaurs.
What you were talking about?
Ooh, that's so pretty.
Also, I'm going to be debating Robertson Genis, famous geocentrist, on the 24th. So.
Oh, Robertson Genis, yeah, he could get a bit temporary.
So today or next month?
Next month. Next month, not today.
Yeah.
Is that standing true?
Yeah, it'll be on there.
Yeah, he's doing the rounds over there. I'm wondering if he'll ask me to do it. But yeah, good luck, Jackson.
We all got
I'm sure
cool
you
shit
will.
coming up.
Yeah, I've been doing
I get
a lot
to
of research.
debate. I forgot his name. The boring creation geologist guy.
Oh, Dr.
McQueen.
McQueen. Yeah.
McQueen. I'm like, you gotta narrow it down some, but then I'm like, wait, there's one outstanding guy. Yeah,
Draws
it's good shit.
Pac-Man
So
every
yeah,
time on his whiteboard.
Yeah, so Doc's got stuff on Monday. Bree's got stuff at Maya's on Sunday. Jackson has a whole bunch of stuff going on, and experiments debunking the rate team and anti-creationist sciencey stuff, all kinds of good stuff over there. I, of course, am up to Random Chaos. You can catch me tomorrow on my channel, Pocket Locker's channel, and Uncle Bobby's channel, because we're doing a show at 1-ish Eastern. That should be interesting. And Mark does stuff all the damn time. Anything in particular?
No, I
coming up?
don't. No, I've got to do a 1.5K stream, so that's probably coming up this week, kind of thing.
Yay!
Which will be fun. So if you all want to join me for that and just chill out and just hang out, I'd really enjoy it. Just to
if
say
my
thank you to
schedule
everybody.
allows me, I will be there.
Yeah, no, obviously life comes first, but I will set it in the morning so it is in evening, like my morning, so it is in evening for all you guys. So don't worry about that.
Cool.
And that'll be fun. That'll be just sort of chilling out. And then I think my birthday's coming on. My birthday's coming up in October, so that should be fun as well.
Sweet. Yeah, so good times for everybody.
Yeah.
Well then, I think I'm going to cut the feed. Have a good evening, everyone, or morning, day, wherever you are. And Ember, nice tits.
Thank you.
Be kind. Take care.
Have a good one.